So Spider, you've been in since '06, so this will be your 9-year anniversary this year?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
it's due date, well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, perfect. So tomorrow's your 9-year anniversary. Then in April's my 7-year. Yeah, 22. Okay. So 9-year anniversary. You came up all the way up through Firestorm, then went from senior to admin and co-creator, right?
Yeah, I went from director. There, I got moved to senior administrator because they moved me up on the website, which I was still handling senior director jobs.
Yeah.
And after a while, I got co-creator, and from there, up into the board of directors.
All right. Were you? I was trying to think. Were you under Sanders or over Sanders?
I was always over Sanders. He came up when I was a senior. He was just coming up in Firestorm.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So then, fuck you for ever promoting him. I blame you. Okay, that's what I couldn't remember though. It was because he met someone else. I think it was like
He came up with KSI 7.
Yep. No, I remember Caleb. I remember Caleb because he told me I'd never been more than a director, which upset me.
Yeah.
And also, you know, he was a good leader too and whatnot, and legacy, blah, blah, blah. I did love him to death, but he was never too keen on me. Neither was Sanders. Okay, but yeah, you just whatever.
I've been rolling, buddy. This is some
good.
stuff.
Oh yeah. You can put all that in. You can splice and make it sound good. Then I'm completely all set with that. But
oh yeah, this is going to be awesome. Y'all just go right ahead.
So these conversations are way better when they're not scripted. But hi KSI. This is KSI FuzzyMeep, your current CEO and chairman. And I'm today interviewing KSI Spider 7. KSI Spider 7 has been a member of KSI since 2006. He's grown the ranks from private all the way up to senior director, senior administrator, co-creator, admin, board of directors, you name it, he's done it. Tomorrow is his 9-year anniversary within KSI. He's it's weird to say, but he's one of the good guys in KSI. A lot of people from the past all have their demons, and there's always issues that revolve around everybody, but for general sake, Spider's one of the good guys. I mean, he did die once. At least that was a rumor. we were talking about that tonight. I just completely forgot that became a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing.
So, that's a good way to open up. How surprised were you when you found out you died?
I was pretty surprised. I mean, when my inbox blew up, email blew up, my MySpace blew up, my Facebook blew up, my forum page blew up. Like, I'm pretty sure I got over like 150 messages of basically, dude, are you okay? We heard you died. It was pretty bad.
That was just the insanity of back in the day. It just happened. Yeah, it's hard to even describe what it was like.
For all Xbox people.
I remember I found out at work. I was working at my video game store at the time, and I was just like completely blown away. And I text Rags, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard he's dead too." And I was like, I don't know what to do. He's like, I'm trying to text him, but he's not listening. And he's like, now I'm getting all teary, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if he's dead or not, but stop, Rags, please don't cry. This is ridiculous.
Poor Rags.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of rough. There was a lot of rough conversations, and then you just got online, and it was, oh, hey Spider, how you doing?
Yeah, that was a sobering moment, huh?
You were born again. That's all that matters. Alright, so,
okay,
I do have a few
I've got to
questions.
ask. Y'all can't leave me hanging. What happened? You've got to go into it. What happened?
A former leader of KSI decided to spread the rumor that I had died, and from that, there was a big split within the leadership of KSI because a lot of members weren't happy with that, so they broke off and did their own thing. And then I came back and got online, and I was like, dude, what the hell happened? Like, I mean, I'm off for a couple of days. I get back on, and the whole network had split, and like people were like calling me and stuff, and I'm like, holy crap.
That was when United left, and the theory or the thought process behind the person who spread the rumor, no need to give out his name, was we're all more important to each other in this community, so we can work it out and stay together. So he said Spider died, so everyone got back together and was upset. And then obviously when they found out Spider was not dead, it created even more of a gap between the United and KSI Global for obvious reasons, because he, wasn't dead.
Yeah.
And it was just such an insane attempt to bring us back together. Back in the day, it was a little fucked up.
Okay.
And that was relatively normal back then. I mean, it was a little more far-fetched than normal, but it was in the realm of insanity that we used to live in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to ask if it was 3 days in between the time that you died and came back. So.
Well, since you slightly asked, I will answer. It was close.
I mean, he might have moved a rock. We don't know.
All right, I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
Oh, feel free to chime in whenever you want. Yeah, that was funny. So, I mean, when did you, how did you join KSI, or why did you join KSI? This is always an appropriate question.
It is. I would say late 2005, I had acquired a friend off of matchmaking. And he had heard of KSI, but he decided that he didn't like the idea of being in KSI, so he said, I'm going to make my own. You want to start this with me? And we're going to become bigger than KSI. So you see how this is going. We gave it a try for like 2 weeks. Maybe had like 15 members. We didn't have any recruiting skills, nothing. So he gets to the end of that. We have an inactive squad after 2 weeks in Halo 2, and all of a sudden, he was like, screw it, I'm joining KSI. And I'm like, okay, I'll go with you. And I got recruited into, what was it? It wasn't Firestorm. There was another division before that was open for, it was a smaller division. It was open for something to do with KSI Christ 7. He started it. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, shit. You joined under Christ?
Yeah. And I got in with Christ, and I ended up in parties with, the former leader of KSI, and they liked me because of how I was, so they immediately promoted me from Sergeant, because I got my KSI gamer tag, to Captain, handed me a squad and said, do something with it. So I started working, and I started recruiting, and I was like building a squad. They promoted me to General, and I was like, okay, this is great, my squad's doing good, but the rest of our squads in our divisions are faltering. And I ended up having to take my squad with my co-founder above me, and we said, screw it, we're leaving this failing division, and we're going to Firestorm. So they put us over in Firestorm with myself and Black Ghost, and they handed us two squads, and they said, you get to pick the name of the squad, it's got to be Firebase, and after that, have at it, build at it, and go. And from there, we made KSI Phoenix FS.
Okay, I remember Phoenix. Phoenix was around even when I was a director fucking years later over FF.
Uh-huh. And most times you got on in Phoenix, we had 80 to 90 members in the squad itself, like 20 to 30 sitting on a recruit tag. Any given time, you had up to 40 members online, day or night. Had our own little pro team and everything. We built a squad and a team, go out there and play in game battles and like knock people around.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know actually. I didn't know you. I always thought you were recruited into Firestorm. I never knew you merged or went over there after. I didn't know you made Phoenix either with Ghost.
Yep, Ghost and I started Phoenix.
I knew you guys were in the same realm, but I never realized how close you actually were.
Yeah, we joined about the same time.
Which, I mean, that's crazy that you two people joining a squad ended up being both co-creators and prominent members. And I mean, I have my own issues with Ghost currently, and I don't know if they'll be resolved, but I did like the guy for a long period of time.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to Ghost in a while. I kind of stick to our KSI that we have here.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of burned us a little bit, but that's whatever. When I first met him, I truly did like him, but that's crazy that you guys joined. I mean, I can't think of anybody realistically.
We rose up through Firestorm, through all of the spots in Firestorm. From every time he got promoted from co-founder to founder, I took his spot every time.
Yeah.
He went from founder and up, I took his spot, all the way up until director and senior director.
Wow. Which, I mean, it's funny because I had one person at FS that I still talk to this day who was in my original squad, Heat. His name was Lee, or it's Sonic V2. We had a whole bunch of different names. And he just hit me up recently on the Xbox One, and we started gaming again, and he's going to join KSI again. But, like, I had nobody that actually followed me through. I can't even think of anyone else who was in Firestorm when I was there. I mean, I can, but no one that was ever around. That's crazy that two of the top leaders of all time in KSI came out at the same time.
Yep.
I didn't mean to burp. I apologize. Alright, so I mean, in your opinion, obviously you've been around for 9 years, which is fucking a very long time. What was your favorite rank, position, responsibility? What was your thing that you truly loved doing, that you were a really prominent member of?
Senior clan administrator. I had my hands in the
figured
top
that'd
of
be your
clan
answer.
ops. Huh?
I said I figured that'd be your answer.
Yeah, I had my hands in the top of clan ops, and I also had my hands at the top of the forums. I was interchangeable in any which spot. I could be used, fix somebody's forums account, take down spam, and hammer somebody that's talking trash against KSI. Very fun, by the way. Or on the other end of that, like, they said, hey, we have problems in the squad over here. We need somebody to go in and fix them. You know, go in and talk to the leaders. I was the first one to step up and do it. Like being able to go into all divisions and not just with one.
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite was senior clan administrator.
That's all. I mean, I imagine something. I mean, I always did senior director, and then I was doing like FTLA and other board positions at that time, but I never really did like the web ops stuff and clan ops at the same time, but really doing clan ops stuff and other shit, that's always the best. I mean, if you can get to that position, I know like Huckleberry's there right now pretty much. It's always a reward feeling. I mean, granted, unless everything fails, and then in which it's on you, but really things were doing pretty good back then.
I mean, when you're the top guy in clan ops, and then you look down at your, you know, back then it was KSIClan.net, which was our, G14 now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used that for years.
Yeah, when we were on KSIClan.net, and you're at the very top, and you get on, and you look at your member count of everybody that's, you know, registering all the new members, and you see their numbers up to 8,000-9,000 members, and you're like, holy crap, I'm on top of all of this.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't make the right decisions, those numbers go down, you know? That's... To keep seeing them go up is rewarding.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, I trust Lee. I definitely understand that. I mean, we hit about 6,000 people, and then we did some investigating. Then we started getting really strict on people. I mean, if you had a quote unquote kind of active member who plays with the squad once or twice a month, we just told them to get rid of them. We don't need the people. Don't need, you know, I mean, we want completely active numbers now. So it did drop us down to like 4,500, maybe a little less, but still, yeah. Every time it rises, it's always a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you have to clean out that many members all at once, but...
Which, yeah, I mean, that happened probably over a year. I mean, we dropped a little lower than that. We're coming. I think the Xbox One now is definitely going to bring us back up.
I think so, too. I look forward to getting one.
Come play Master Chief Collection with me. That's all I need. All I need is new friends on there.
I will.
And it's fun. I'm on a squad in there right now, and it's just, I have a blast. I can't believe. You know, we just sit there and we do the same thing that we used to do in Halo 2, which I was in KSI in Halo 2. I joined Halo 3, but I played Halo 2 online for years. And you know, we just did like the sword glitches and the fucking getting out of maps and playing zombies and shit and
bouncing. You remember bouncing?
oh my god, that's the only problem. They don't have that in the new one because they use the Vista version. So they have it, but it's only like the Vista method, so you have to do it from a really high location. So like on Headlong, you can still do it, but no other maps really. So it sucks, but yeah, I love super bouncing. I used to do that and then play SWAT and fucking destroy people, and they would never see me. Oh my god, I loved it.
We're fair players and all.
Oh yeah, I mean you had to be a dirty player back then, but it was the best. I remember the first day I got Master Chief Collection, I spent a good 2 hours trying to do super bounces and matchmaking, and I just kept dying and failing, and it was horrible. I was pissed. Alright, so seeing as you've been everywhere and back, what is, if you had some advice or some lessons to give to the newer guys, what would it be? Simple, expanded, whatever you want to do. What would be like one of the #1 things? And I remember you gave me some really good advice when I was a lower rank, and I'll mention that after, but what would you give people now?
Okay. I just called this like a little leadership seminar. Right now, one of the things in question in a lot of KSI is what makes a good leader. This was posted on the forums here like 6 months ago and never quite got answered in the division that I just joined in their section.
And what division is that?
The division that I joined just recently rejoined is DL,
okay.
Dark Legions.
I hate people.
The person that posted this was KSI Darkness7. So, I mean, he has a good point in trying to get this all started because he has a lot of experience in leadership from his original post here. But he left a little questionnaire at the bottom that says, you know, answer this. But nobody has answered this in 6 months. So, I decided.
No, JJ's back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, you there? You there?
Ta-da!
Okay,
Yeah, my controller shut off.
Last thing I got was posted 6 months ago. So go back to that and start again.
Okay, this was KSI Darkness posted this 6 months ago, and it has since been unanswered. So I took his questions and put answers to them. And in his first question, he said, "What makes a good leader?" My response to this is, "Good leader is one who has spent time learning about what it is he wants to lead, be it a sports team, military, gaming community, job, etc. And he uses the wisdom that he has learned, guide those around them to achieve a common goal. A great leader is one who can problem solve and conflict and struggles while remaining cool under pressure." Very important. You have to keep your cool under pressure. So, his next question was, who would you say are good leaders? They could be characters from movies and anything like that. I kept it to general terms. I said, there are thousands of great leaders in history, ranging from presidents to generals to sports figures, yada yada yada. The list goes on. Take your pick. And pick your field, and someone has been a leader to achieve a common goal of many. KSI, we have several great leaders still around from times I've been in KSI. But there's the people that I've personally worked with who have my respect as great leaders, like KSI FuzzyMeep7, in the meeting, KSI Chaos 7, KSI Queen Jess 7. These are members that you guys would know. Other leaders you may not know who have been great leaders, like KSI Calum 7, KSI Black Ghost 7, KSI Double What 7. And his next question was, why is leadership important anywhere? Then my response to this is, without leaders to guide members of a common goal, encouragement, get lost, or sell themselves short of being a better person and achieving more. So leaders are also essential in keeping the morale up and setting goals for people of a common goal in which they can push themselves to do just a little bit more every time.
Oh, swing that buddy around, huh?
Well, I am too.
I like
And he
that.
asked, he did ask, you know, are you a leader, why or why not, but I don't know if you question on that.
I'll go for it. I mean, you can continue.
Okay. Well, that's the last question. The last question was, are you a leader, why or why not? And I posted, I have been a great leader in my former days in this community and outside of KSI at different workplaces. KSI, I have built divisions, rebuilt failing divisions, started new projects, and they accomplished their goal. And I have trained and built leaders out of members by encouraging and sharing the knowledge that I had. A lot of KSI would be different if it were not for myself, and I don't mean to say this with a chip on my shoulder. These are things that I have been told by leaders followed in my footsteps and eventually replaced the positions that I once held, senior leadership and board of directors.
Look at you two together. What a lovely fucking couple.
That's my little post.
You not.
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely changed how a lot of things ran. I mean, I know you personally, I mean, you trained Rags on how to be an admin. He's now our main admin. And, I mean, you've trained so many people, and the people that were fucking light years ahead of me when I first joined KSI were trained by you, who ended up coincidentally, you know, training me in the long run.
We need to go do a mission.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you definitely mended the way things went in KSI, but it's definitely, it's funny how you posted, yeah, well, I mean, you did post it, how you mentioned the leaders growing within and having to understand the community and sports team, whatever, in order to lead. But that's some of the biggest things we see now is some people come here, whether it's from another community or just straight out of the blue, and they want to be a leader. And that's the biggest thing in this community, at least, that we push is we don't want you to come here to want to be a leader. Don't get me wrong, I want you to want to be a leader, but I don't want you to come in here to want my job. I want you to come in here to want to better the people around you and grow with the people around you. Because, I mean, I know just as well as you know. Absolutely. I would never be in the place I am today without the people that were around me and before me, and that's the same as you and that's the same as Huckleberry. So the people who do the one-man army shit, it just never works out. Because it's just impossible to get there. I mean, you need to work with the people.
This community has not survived on one member alone.
No, and it never will.
It is probably taken my 9 years being here, as far as all of the leaders, it has probably taken a couple hundred, I might even say up to 1,000 different leaders to make this run over the 9 years I've been here. People that have come and gone, people that are still here, people, and then that number's only going to go up because there are people that are still joining that will eventually be asked if they want to step up their game and become a leader.
Yep, that used to be my biggest thing for recruiting. Not necessarily me recruiting, but me getting other people to recruit, trying to, you know, quote-unquote inspire them, because I've been called the Dr. Phil of KSI, which of course was your term originally, and Rags has also been called the Dr. Phil of KSI. And I guess Jess would be the Oprah of KSI, but she was a Dr. Phil too. But either way, we all inspired people. But I always tell people, look, you go out recruit today, and you might play that one game with that one person who's the next FuzzyMeep, that's the next Spider, next Chaos, Jess, Rags, whoever. They could be the next best leader. And if you're not in a party right now, and you're talking to them as you play, you could get the next person to lead KSI forever and always. I mean, it's always a very important breaking off point.
Never know who it's going to be. Never know.
Absolutely. You could also recruit the guy who's going to destroy KSI. You never know. It doesn't make a difference.
That's the next part I was going to say, is you have to be careful, because a lot of people that come into KSI don't always have the best intentions. And sometimes it's not even... Sometimes the people that come into KSI that don't have the best intentions, their intentions are really good. They have good goals and things for KSI, but the way they go about things is actually harmful to KSI.
And again, it comes back to the people who want to lead or the people who want to grow with the community. You can generally tell if someone wants to be in charge because they make it apparent.
Yeah.
And those are the people who usually are detrimental to KSI.
Got to be careful about those power-hungry people.
Here we go.
The best. They want the title.
All right, now I got a question for you. Are you more of a hunter or a gatherer?
I feel like I'm more of a gatherer. And
Okay.
And I just get my car.
be a hunter.
Let's go to the mission.
Be a hunter is to be aggressive.
I've got
I feel like I'm more of a passive person. So, hunters will go out and get exactly what they want.
What? Oh my god, well, here's
Gatherer,
pistol.
they will take in what is around them at what is available. They won't go after.
That makes sense. You almost utilize what you have to make the best of every situation, opposed to seeking out what you think will make the best of every situation.
Yes.
No big deal. You know that wouldn't kill me at all.
I tell you what, if you can pick 1,000 berries, that could feed a troop for a week. You kill one deer, that might feed everyone for a night.
Or you can just teach a person how to pick 1,000 berries.
Oh, okay, good.
And it all comes back to the inspiring.
Yep.
One of those berries could be your future leader, and you don't even know it.
Inspiration is vastly important in.
Why did my front tire just pop?
Alright, and I gotta give 2 more little off-the-wall questions for you before we wrap off this shindig. How many snow shovels were sold last year in the U.S., in your opinion, and why?
Oh, did you see that? I drifted around that map.
So I'm trying to do this with a straight face, and these are fucking ridiculous questions.
It is a very ridiculous question. In the fact that I don't have data on that, I will say that the amount of snow shovels that were sold largely has to do with the need of where the snow shovels are. So,
You're going for that? I was going for this.
I'm going to assume it was probably a couple 100,000, maybe 1 million, I'm not sure. But I know that people bought them with great intentions.
Now, I bet if the quality of snow shovels went up, the sales of them would go down.
I'm pretty picky about snow shovels that I buy. The 2 snow shovels that I bought are like heavy-duty plow shovels.
It is.
So.
Oh, see, that's the way to go. I only get the metal ones. I get like the ones I find at the dump because they don't sell them anymore.
Mine are the 2 that I have are solid, heavy-duty plastic. But like when you try to bend them, they don't bend. They just stay put.
That's what you need.
Unless you put enough pressure on it, but it also allows it to flex so that you don't break your back trying to lift the snow.
See, and that's weird, because granted, I've been down in your neck of the woods a few times, obviously, and how much does it actually snow down there? Like, we just got like 5 inches, and then we got rain, so it's all slush, and it's all bullshit and horrible.
We get probably what you get at less frequent intervals.
Oh, okay.
And ours just tends to hang around a while. If we get 2 feet of snow and then it goes up into the 50s, it takes like a week for it to go away.
Alright, see, that's not the worst. I mean, granted, I only go down to, where around you live during the summer, and it's strictly on a get-drunk weekend for the fire department.
Yeah.
So it's always just lovely when we go up there. Granted, this year it's kind of shitty and it was cold, but normally it's nice. And I have one more question for you. If a man in a penguin suit walked into your house right now, what would he be doing and why?
I'm going to say he's probably hungry.
What's he going to eat?
Probably hungry.
Where's my car? Oh, hey.
And if he actually makes it into my apartment, I'm going to say he's angry because that means he broke down the door.
So you don't welcome people in costumes in your house?
I didn't
not
say
your
that
kink?
I would be angry. I mean, I have a 5'5" skeleton standing up against my wall, wearing Batman boxers, a white beater, and then a Santa hat right now, looking at me. So I am.
Oh, that's
fine
awesome!
with costumes.
Fucking Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
That rules.
Christmas. I mean, I'm serious. I can take a picture and send it to you, and you can put it in the article. And
That would be very
named,
interesting.
He is named. His name is Sir Jack Bones.
For Jack Bones? Alright, I like that. Oh. So, I never told you, so you know what your piece of advice you gave me years ago that I've always stuck with me, that I've told other people?
Yeah.
You told me, and this is because I had a long running tradition, this is probably like 2 years into my KSI career, of late nights, miserable, always being exhausted, just fucking doing everything I can. The only thing you told me was, never lose sleep over KSI, and never give up getting laid over KSI. And those are the two most prominent things I ever learned from you, and they made the most sense ever. Because you just simply said, everything can wait. No matter what issue's going on, it can wait till the morning. And it's truly something that's always held with me, and I've always told people, look, if you're going out, you're going to have a good time, or you just want to go to bed, don't stay up for KSI, because it can wait till tomorrow. And I forgot to mention that earlier, because we got sidetracked with, whatever, knot pieces of string and costumes, and that was always something that you taught me, and I truly enjoyed.
It is a very, very solid piece of advice because, I mean, if we do this KSI thing right, this KSI thing is going to outlive some of its members. Members that are older, so, I mean, there's always tomorrow. There is always tomorrow.
That's something I've always loved, and even now, a rule for me and most of the senior leaders and leaders in general. I mean, unless it's something, whatever, catastrophic that happens, which again is still something we handle the next day, I might slip up, but usually after midnight, done. Oh, what's that? Oh, your squad's getting hit? Oh, you lost 2 members? Well, that's wonderful. Can it be handled tomorrow? Oh, it can?
Yes.
All right, then. Just making sure, because the members who already left, right? And the members who are going to leave, they're going to leave, right? All right, perfect. So we can talk about this tomorrow, and we can go back to gaming. And we can recruit new members tonight. Yep, that was always something very valid. Absolutely.
I've done my fair share of staying up for 3 days straight trying to put the visions back together, and it's it takes its toll on you.
Absolutely.
Don't do it. Just be patient. Try again tomorrow.
Where's the package?
Day after, whenever your next convenience is. Don't lose sleep over this.
Yep, I've been there, right there with you, and I used to work third shift. I mean, third shift, holy shit. I used to be in school. When I joined, I was fucking 16, which is technically a year under when I was supposed to join when I first did. So I had high school the next day. We had to be up at like 5:45 in the morning. But yeah, that was the biggest piece of advice you ever gave me, because I'd be up to like 2 in the morning, and then I'd go to school and fall asleep in school, which, I mean, let's be honest, high school, how'd you do it? It's not that crazy of a thing. But I still shouldn't have been sleeping through class. I might have been a little better in my English department. But, alright, everybody. Spider, you're welcome to do a couple last words, but I thank you for joining me. I thank you for doing a little chat. Spider is currently the new moderator on our forums. Obviously, he's a very old moderator. We don't normally just invite people back to take some of their old positions, but Spider's a different case. He never left in harm. He left to get married to a wonderful woman, to buy a house, to get a good job, and now he wants to come back and help some of us with whatever he can. So he is a moderator of the forums. If you want advice, hit him up. Please feel free. I mean, I say that because I'm not Spider, but spam his inbox. I'm sure he'd love to respond to you in due time. But absolutely, Spider, if you have any last words, feel free.
Thanks for this little special centerfold, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I can get you pictures for that too if you need it.
Oh yeah, I think we'll enjoy that.
My wife has a perfect Christmas card involving that Santa hat. But anyway, yeah, thanks for this little special little moment here to talk over some of these things, and I look forward to seeing you all online.
Giddy up. Thank you, Huckleberry. You're a gentleman, a scholar, and a saint. Someday we'll be having this interview with you when you're an old man, been here 9 years, and you have to turn up your hearing aids and yell at your son.
Already old. Don't.
No, that's funny. That's funny. You pick on him for hearing aids because I just got them.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I've been deaf for years.
Oh well, you listen to fucking